Hi, it's Nikki here, talking about my twin flame journey with my twin flame Steve. So it's been a while since I've given any kind of news or update on our journey, and we've been through, I think, a passage of grounding, of less intense as it had been at the beginning. And I think we're really cool to get our project grounded, sorted, clearer. And so we've been working on our website, on our blog, getting ideas up. And so yeah, it really kind of grounded the relationship. And things have suddenly started to speed up again. It's our 1 month anniversary. It's the 11th of December. And we've been connected as twins really officially when we really realised what was happening since the 11th of November this year. It's where do I start? As a quick update on the last couple of days, 2 days ago it was a very strange day, and Steve realised that there were some triggers coming up for him, and we worked through those and released them. And yesterday was a very frustrating day because Messenger on Facebook just was not working. We couldn't communicate, and it just got highly frustrating, but it ended really, really well. So from that point, if we put the pause on there and just go back a bit, a couple of weeks ago, well, firstly, I live in the UK at the minute. I'd lived in France for 20 years, moved to the UK in August, and then me and Steve connected in November. And I had in mind of moving over to join him, probably in the springtime or in the summer, and possibly, popping over to see each other for our first time before then, as a week or a holiday, but to move over officially in July. And when I talked this through with Steve said, no, Nikki, I think you need to come over much earlier than that. I think you need to be over December, January, because of what's happening and the possible restrictions with COVID, with Brexit. I think you're only going to get a very narrow doorway to come through. And I was like, no, there's no way I can do January. That's too quick. There's too much going on. What with family, what with my house, that's just not going to be possible. And then we went through another day of a huge intensity. And the day after, I really felt into it. I thought, no, I do need to move in January. This is possible. And so I had mid-January in mind. And it actually felt really right. There was no point in waiting. We've got to get our couple going, and also our mission going. We're ready for union, and this feels now that there's no time to waste now. We've got to get going, and I'm really feeling the pressure from the divine from that now. That we've got to get really shifting big time because of all the changes that are happening. We're going to be needed. And so we had January in mind. And that felt very much like next year, after Christmas, long time away, it'll happen. And then yesterday I said, look, I think I need to work towards some kind of date so that I can start inquiring about moving my stuff over, about just getting things in line. I need to have an aim to work for and see where this takes us. And so I said, well, how about the 11th? Between either 11th or the 20th, something like that, and I'll have a look at the ferries. And then I contacted man in a van type of thing. These people that go between France and the UK with a van to move stuff. They're not removals, they take part loads, and I've only got 30 boxes and a bike and a few bits to move over. And so I contacted them, and the prices were horrendous. They were like €1,000 It took me €400 to move here to the UK, and now they're quoting me €1,000 to go back. I thought, this is ridiculous. And so I asked one of them about what's happening. So it's a Brexit. That the vans are really playing on the fact that everybody's going to want to come over. And so they're putting up the prices. And then this one man came back to me with a price of £375, about €400. And to do it in December. He said, I'll move you in December, move your stuff in December, so that they avoid the Brexit, because these vans are going over with part loads of removals of people's stuff, and there's going to be so many problems with paperwork and customs, and it's just going to be a nightmare, all the delays and the trucks and whatever. And so he said, right, to get round it, I'm doing all the removals in December, so we'll be cleared. We won't have to go back again in January. So my stuff is actually, so yesterday, during all this frustrating day, I managed to get a van sorted to ship my stuff on the 22nd of December. He had suggested the 21st. I said no. For one, that's not possible because I'm running an event in our Facebook group. And two, the 21st is just like, no, there's too much risk involved on the 21st. There's too many energy changes happening. And so 22nd, all my stuff is going to get shipped to Steve's. It is bringing up emotions for me. Because I'm coming home. I'm coming home to Steve. And it's just an incredible feeling, because I'll be moving over in January, and the first part of me, all my boxes, will be with him. We've never actually seen each other physically. We've seen each other on video, but we've never met. And those boxes is going to be the first part of me that Steve will be able to touch and to feel the energy from, and to have a part of me in our home. And that's just, it's mind-blowing. It's, I've been in relationships before, and I've talked about before, very, very toxic. I live with one person, the father of my children. Obviously that was my marriage. It wasn't toxic, but obviously I divorced. The second person I lived with was very toxic, and that finished at the beginning of this year. And now, third time lucky, I'm with my twin flame and moving in with him. And if you had told me 1 year ago, this time last year I was living with this toxic person, I thought I would always be with him. I didn't see the toxicity at that point. I just thought that was the way it's meant to be. If you'd have told me that I would be living in the UK, I'd be moving back to France, and I'd be moving in with my twin flame, this just incredible love, I would have never have believed you. I just never ever saw it coming. And it's phenomenal really what's happened within this year, within 2 months, of the fact that we've never met, and yet we were just saying this morning on our 1 month anniversary that it feels like our love has always been there, and it has. It's just got buried under all the other stuff that's been going on. That I think we've loved each other since the beginning of time, or we have. We're twin flames. That's how it happens. And it's just incredible to think that that's it, I'm moving in with him. Now, even when I moved over in August, I never thought I'd be moving back to France. I kind of shut all my doors, even if France was my dream. I said, that's it, I've been told I'm coming to the UK. The divine have guided me here. I'll probably go to another country, but I won't go back to France, and I shut all the doors. And now Not completely shut, a lot of them are still open, but energetically. And now, after 5 months being here, I'm now moving back. And to be with this man that I love, my partner, who I've never met before. And we're moving in. The first time we meet is when I move in. Now, some people will say that's crazy. And I say it's just complete love and trust, total. There's no doubt in there. There's no toxicity. There's no fear. And so yesterday, yeah, during all this chaos, it started the morning very difficult and very intense, trying to work through the triggers. And then it finished the day with, oh my goodness, this feels like it's going to be next week. That here's me talking now about packing my stuff up and just living a couple of suitcases between Christmas and when I move over. It now feels real. And there was one point where Steve said to me that he will put my summer clothes in a sheet for me. I thought, wow, just a moment of saying that, you know, of where my stuff is going to be, and that it was already felt like I was there, that I was home. And it's just phenomenal. So, and then yesterday we started seeing numbers of 22 everywhere, and 22 is a number of twin flame. And it was just like the minute we got everything sorted, the 22s were just flying at us everywhere. It was uncanny. I mean, I think Steve had 222 on his tablet, which just wasn't possible because of the time, and he had to reset his tablet, and it still came up with 2222. I saw 222 on my washing machine for some reason, and then 22 notifications on my Windows computer, and it was just like, wow, confirmation. I mean, normally you get these numbers and you get one, like 1111. But when they do it with us, it's incessant, one after the other. We've got about 3 or 4 all on one go each time to say, no, you didn't miss it, this is it. And they just confirm. And to think that in 5 weeks, I'll be living in France with my twin flame. And this whole new chapter is starting. We've got ideas for retreat. We've got our work setting out. We've got our future ahead of us, and I think it's going to go galloping ahead. And looking back, I now see the UK as a moment where I had to heal so much from the past, so that I could feel completely whole and settled. And it's also given this distance. I think if I had stayed in France, we would have connected too early, and it would have been very, very difficult. This way, we've had the distance that's given us the time alone to work through our triggers and to stand back. And that has been hugely important on our journey. So that when we do meet in union, we're going to be one, without the bumps and the toxicity and the triggers that have fired for so long. There will be other stuff coming up, but I think we'll be in a much different place to be able to work through it together. And I think the worst triggers have been released and gone. And when we will be together at home, it'll be really working for us for our future. The groundwork has been done, and now we're about to take off like a rocket going off into space. And I just can't wait to see what's really going to be going on and how this is going to unfold. And 5 weeks is nothing, you know, when my things will be shipped over on the 22nd, and then Christmas, and then it's going to go like that. Just wow. So that's my quick update. Rocket launch is imminent. I hope you enjoyed listening, and please do come and join our group at Love is the Key on Facebook. We are holding an event for the 21st for the solstice and for the Aquarian feminine energies coming in. And you can find out more about that in the group. And we also have a page of the same name. I'd love to see you there.